What's up, guys? Dodge Runner 95 coming at you with the homemade lathe part 2. Spit my tobacco out. Alright, so I still got a little chatter in my axle, but that's manageable. I now got things situated better than it was. Never really get it fully out. But, anyways, I'm just going to show you guys mainly how I got things situated with it a little better. Just my camera there. So I'm just going to actually pull the axle out so you guys can see. And so I can explain a little better to y'all of how I did this. Come on. Ah, you dirty little whore. There we go. Okay. So, let me get these situated in here. So, how I did this is I took a punch and a couple different drill bits. And no, the lighting ain't good enough, but I drilled a hole and took one of the set screws from the sewing machine. And surprisingly, the steel that it's made out of was tough enough to cut its own threads, or this was soft enough metal for it to cut threads in. So I ran a set screw in here, took a washer, backed it up, took another little set screw collar, as you can see that hole where the set screw would go in, butted it between, or up against this other set screw, took this collar, which can freely move around here, so I can put it into the wood headstock, then followed by another washer of similar size and a 5/16 washer, and then another set screw collar that I used to sandwich it all together. So when I put this in, I gotta take these two washers and this collar off and just drop one of the washers. Magical. Alright. So, and because this hole's a little too big, I took some sheet metal, aluminum, and cut down a strip just enough so when this goes in, it holds it a little more snugly than what it did when it was just this collar in there. So I'm going to set this in here and then bring my phone over to show you guys. Okay. Oh, actually, I could run the belt on there after. Alright. So, bring this over. As you see how it sits in here, that first washer and that little set screw collar disappears into the wood. While you come over here, you can see that collar. Where, I'll set these over here. I take the similar size one, that's smaller than a 5/16. I'll slide it up into there. Now I did run these on put these on a bolt and let them just enough to freely spin, and then have the bench grinder there run just enough to put a bevel. So when it goes on, come up close here. I know camera isn't all that well. It sits a little bit snugger against there. So and I'm going to set my camera down for this. So when I put this other set screw collar on. I can run it right up to there. Now I could probably press fit all this a little better, but it's where I need it anyways. So it can spin, and I don't have these set screws set back yet because I'll have to put the belt on and test run it and snug it down little by little. But essentially, all I need is to trim this axle down, build the chuck for my tailstock, and I have probably 3/16 of play, maybe 1/4 inch of play, but that's workable. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of sight if I can get this to sit properly. Okay, come on. Pull that out of there. Okay. Doggone it. I could never get my camera to sit just how I need it. Okay. So, I know you guys can't see where the motor is and everything, and I apologize, but I'll make do with what I got. So, I'm going to get the belt back on here. Now, the belt is a little looser than I would like, but is what it is. So, I'm going to try and finagle this thing as much as possible to get it snug down. Just going to run one set screw in. Nope. So I need to back that off a little bit. Okay, I feel a little bit of play in there. Tighten that back down. And to me, that's good enough. Because as long as yeah, it might take a little bit of time to spin up to where I might need it. It's at least where I would like it. Okay, let's back that off a little bit there. There we go. To me, that's good enough. Like I said, I got quite a bit of play. Pretty sure if I was to get the jaw, I would probably eliminate this collar just so it doesn't have that much stress on the head. Or I can take another piece of 1x1, trim it down to fit the gap. Actually, I can show you guys all this. Trim it down to fit this gap here. Secure them both together. And put another piece of 1x1 and screw into it that way. Which, this is all on the fly. If it works, it works. I ain't expecting it to be 100% perfect or to a manufacturer's standards. This is some of like a backwoods on the cheap side trying to build. But yeah, so far it's coming together pretty quick, pretty dirty, and a lot better than I thought it was. So anyways, guys, thank you for popping in. Hit the like, subscribe, post notifications, and leave comments on possible stuff you guys might like to see me try and build on the cheap side. Something I've considered, but don't really know how I would go about it, is a power hammer. So if you guys possibly want to see that, Let me know down in the comments. But keep it dirty.